Hello everyone, welcome to my channel C.S.E-Pathshala. We were studying about Python for machine learning and data science, and in this tutorial we will study about Pandas data frame cell selection, transformation and format checking. So in the previous tutorials we did study about Pandas data frame extraction, and in this tutorial we will come up some more topics related to it. That means let's start with our first topic, that is selecting a single cell in a data frame. So if we simply wish to access a single cell in a data frame, then there is a function which performs this task, and that function is add. Okay, so let's consider one code with the help of which we can see how this task is being performed. Okay, so here it is. Import pandas as pd, import numpy as np. That means we are importing both the libraries in the form of alias, that means pd for pandas and np for numpy. Then from date and time module we are importing date time. Okay, after that we are declaring a variable df that is equal to pd.dataframe. That means we are creating a data frame, and an argument here, that is np.random.randn 10,4. That means we are creating a random distribution in which there are 10 rows and 4 columns, and it's been filled with the random values. Okay, then we are having a column which we are naming as list A, B, C, D. Obviously we are saying that here are 4 columns, so we are just naming them as A, B, C, D. So we did seen all these things in the previous tutorial also. Okay, then after that day is equal to pd.date range. That means what we are doing, as we know that in a data frame by default there is an indexing that starts from 0, but here we want to give an index in the form of a day. Okay, so what we are doing, that we are declaring a variable days and we are assigning its value to pd.date_range. Okay, where we are giving a year, that is 2019, that is the year, 06 that is the month, and 01 is the day, and periods equal to 10. That means we will take a range of 10 values of this date, that means from 01 to 10. Okay, so our last entry will be 2019-06-10. Okay, then we are writing a statement, that is df.index equal to days. That means we are assigning the value of days to the index of this data frame. Then we are printing the data frame. Then after that, as we have imported the date time, then what we are doing, again we are declaring a variable d, and it has been assigned a value date time, that is 2019-6-3. What does this mean? 2019 is the year, 6 is the month, 3 is the day, and there is no time we have mentioned, so it's all the values are 0. Okay, so why we are doing this thing? That means we are assigning this entry, that is the third entry, to a variable d. Okay, and that what we are doing, we are printing the value of df.at at d, b. That means at this particular row, okay, we are printing a single cell value which is being located at the column B. Okay, so this D represents the row, and it's at this row, at bth column, whatever the cell value has been present, we are printing it. Okay, so let's save this code and run this code. Alright, so here it is. This is complete data frame. Okay, and this is the value which we want to print. That means at the third label. Okay, so the third label is this. Okay, and after the third label, what is the value present at the column B respect to this? So this is the value which has been present at the column B. So that's what we have printed here. So only a cell value has been printed. Okay. In the previous tutorials, we are printing the range values, we are printing the specific values, but here we are printing a cell value. Okay. Now, if we want to select based on a cell value, that means we want to perform a selection on the basis of cell value, then what to do? Here, we need to select a subset of a data frame that is based on certain values in a cell. We can use the Boolean indexing method also. Okay, so let's consider one code and we will understand how to perform this thing. Here, we want to print all the rows that have positive values in A and in column B. So this is how we need to code. So it's been here with me. Let's implement it on Jupyter Notebook. Alright, so here it is. Import pandas as PD, import numpy as np. Again, this is the same data frame which we are creating. Okay, we are printing the value of this data frame, but our consideration is the last line. Print df, okay, df dot a greater than 0. That means in this data frame at column A, we need to select all those entries whose value is greater than 0, and df dot b greater than 0, the same thing. That means we need to select all those entries whose value is greater than 0 in column B. Okay, and then we are applying the AND operation. Okay, so if this is the case that at column A and at column B both satisfies the condition of the value greater than 0, then only we are printing this statement. Okay, so let's save this code and run this code. So here is your data frame. Okay, and in this data frame, okay, the values which are greater than 0 in this A column, so there is respectively this value, and these values are also greater than 0, this also, and this also. But we need to check the column B also at the same time if it has been greater than 0 or not. Okay, so this is the case where A and B both values are greater than 0. Okay, and then the next case is this one. Again, the value of both A and B is greater than 0. So yes, it has been printed here. It has been printed. Okay, so this is the output with respect to our condition. The remaining, the column C and column D has also been printed here, but as per the given condition, the concerning part is these two. Okay, fine. Now, if we want to perform the transformation in the data frames, so how to do this? We need to reflect the data frame over its main diagonal. That means this is what transformation means actually. So converting columns to rows and rows to column, we need to perform a function that is called as a transpose. So here also in data frame, as we have seen this operation in matrices, so in data frames also we can perform the transpose. Okay, for that obviously we will use a transpose function, and there is one more thing. We can also use T property to perform the same task, and it is an accessor to the transpose function. Okay, so let's consider one code and let's check what is the output. Alright, so here it is. Again, import pandas as PD, import numpy as np, the same data frame. We are printing the data frame, and the next thing is we are printing df.transpose. That means whatever be the data frame is, the rows will be converted to the columns and the columns will be converted to the rows if we apply this operation. Similarly, with the help of T also, the same operation will be done. There will be no change. Okay, so let's save this code and run this code. So this is your data frame with 10 rows and 4 columns. After that, we apply transformation. So your 4 columns has been converted into 4 rows, and the rows has been converted into columns. So this is the column values till 9. Okay, this is for the transpose. Okay, this is for the transpose, and the similar thing happened with T also. Okay, so both transpose and T are the same thing. Fine. Now, the next question is, if you want to check whether the result we have obtained is a data frame or it's a series. Most of the times we are just performing various tasks or operations on data frames, so we are getting certain results. Now, if you want to check what kind of result it is, let's see. So, one of the common problem here is Pandas knows if the result that we have obtained is a series or a data frame. So, in order to solve this mystery, there is a function with the help of which we can perform this task very easily. So, let's consider a code. Alright. So, import Pandas as PD, import numpy as np. We are creating the same data frame, that is the df, for the 10 rows and the 4 columns. Then we are printing the value of the data frame. Now, as per our question for checking, we are creating a function, that is def check series or data frame. We are giving a variable here, an argument here. Then if is instance, okay, so this is a method which we want to use. So if is instance, we have given this variable value, comma, pd.dataframe. Okay, so if this condition is true, okay, for this instance value, if the variable is your in a form of a data frame, then the result or the output we will print here as it's a data frame. If is the instance, the value is a series, that means var comma pd.series, then we will print the value as the output as series. Okay, so this is our function definition. Okay, and here is your function call. Okay, here we are giving the value of df to the check series or data frame. Okay, so the complete operation is as same which we do in a Python for a normal function. So let's save this code and run this code. So here is the output. Obviously this is a data frame. Obviously it's a data frame. Okay, and according to this data frame, the output is a data frame. Okay, so if you just want to print a single values, for example, just a row, something like that, so it will result it into a series. Okay, but currently it's a data frame, and output is just been showing that we are true. So that's all for this tutorial. We will come up with more informative tutorials on Pandas. Thanks for watching. Kindly do subscribe to my channel.